I am having like all the feels right now. I mean, my birthday's in about a week, so I've got all of that coming up, and reading through these comments is really intense, and I can relate to them so much. This is my story right here. I spent my 30s in a relationship with a man that I was very much in love with and expected to marry and have a kid with. And when I was 38, he left me for a 20-year-old's. And it was so funny because at the time, I was amazingly optimistic. I really believed that, I was going to go out. I got a new job. I somehow managed to turn my life around after all of that. And I was absolutely convinced that my horrific experience in romantic relationships was like statistically likely to take a turn for the better, and that I was going to meet someone and I was going to be able to have a baby right under the wire. But that did not happen, not even by a long shot. And in fact, the experiences that I had with dating were just as bad, and in one case worse, to the point where I've now opted out of dating altogether because I don't feel that it is good for my mental health. And I'm going to be 47 in about a week, and I think, getting close to the end of the perimenopause phase, and there's a lot of intense emotions that I feel about this. In some ways, I'm okay with it. I have taken care of children my whole life, and there's a part of me that's like, great, now it's my turn. But there's another part of me that is immensely sad. I even knew what I was going to name my child. Like, I've thought about her for decades, and it really pains me to know that I'll never know her. But I think the hardest part of this is that it comes with so much fucking shame. Not because of us. Like, we don't do this to ourselves. It is all from out there. Our society is so judgmental of women who didn't get married and don't have kids. And I hear it on a daily basis every single time I get on social media. I hear it from my own nieces who ask me sometimes, I don't understand why you're a woman if you didn't have children. They're 7 and 9. Where did they learn that kind of... The shame is everywhere. And I wish I could say it gets easier, but it does not. But I will say that I am getting better at taking care of myself and protecting my journey and loving it and learning to accept it. Ultimately, it is nobody's business. And what's truly shameful is that it's so socially acceptable to shame people who are already grieving and in pain. So do everything you can to tell the shame to F off.
The reason why below bare minimum, low effort men love to scare us with the prospect of being alone, of being worthless, is because they are projecting their fears of being alone and worthless. They simply cannot fathom that women are choosing to be single, because a man who does not have access to women is a loser as per the rules of the games of men. They cannot understand that they are not trophies in the world of women. Do you get it now? That's why they're always projecting,
you're gonna hit the wall, you're gonna be worthless, so many bodies, you're not even a virgin.
like, that's why, because they are projecting their fears of being worthless, of being alone. I read this TikTok, and I'll credit her here. She said that men love to scare women about hitting the wall because they're projecting their own fears of being at the wall, because men are born at the wall. Then they have to prove themselves to get out of the wall. Do you get it now? So they're always projecting their fears onto women about hitting the wall because they are at the wall. Bestie, I'm telling you, there is no wall for women. Women are desirable at any and all ages. Now you know.
Is it just me, or all the boss babes and all the girl bosses and all the girls that were or want to be or are that are no longer wanting to be that anymore? Like, we want to have a family, we want to be in our feminine energy, we want to live that life now. Like, what happened this year? Because if it might just be like For You page, sprinkle, but if you know, you know. We're all done. We're like, no, you know what? We tried it, we did it, we can do it. That's not what we want.
I guess I spent so many years with the career in the beginning, which was a waste of time. I'm going to tell all young girls that I meet, it's a waste of time. And yeah, and then I guess it was just, I don't know, honestly.
Here's the thing, like, the girls don't like it when I say it, But when another girl says it, maybe it might hit home. Because I tell girls this
Maybe
all the time.
just
Don't piss away your top years.
I was gonna say genuinely, like I try to tell my younger girlfriends this. Like
They don't care.
What do they tell you when you tell them, like, yo, find a man now when you're still young and attractive, get the best guy that you can, leave the casino when the chips are up?
yeah, I just think that the feminism and woke culture is just so strong, and it's really hard to kind of change minds at this point. I don't know, even if you literally look at facts, like it's emotion just kind of overpowers.
To anyone that holds women to a certain standard physically, we get older, our face changes, our skin changes, our body changes, our hormones change, things that we have no control over, things that any amount of exercise or diet wouldn't change, or even cosmetic procedures. I'm never gonna look the same way that I did 10 years ago or 5 years ago because I'm getting older. Not only do I have to deal with it within myself, but I have to deal with society. I have to deal with the men and their thoughts that I'm letting myself go. I have to deal with other women that comment on how I used to look. I have a little grace and compassion.
Divorce my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them.
Made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, so he was your soulmate. He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry, too.